Good morning, everyone. How are you guys? How have you been? Hello, Jason. I haven't seen you. How are you?
Fine, you miss?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you, Diego?
Good morning, Miss. I'm fine.
You're
Thank you.
fine. Antonio, are you fine?
Hello, Miss. Yes, and you?
Good, thank you. Elizabeth?
Hi, Miss. How are you today?
I am fine. With so many classes, actually.
Me too.
Yes, in 323 class has 25 students, and they had to open another parallel 323, and they are 15 more. So
there's a lot.
a lot. So I have a lot of work. Thanks God. Ignacio, now you're connected.
Yes, Miss. Today, yes. Good morning.
Nice to see you.
Thank you. Nice to see you too.
And were you working? Were you working last, when do we have classes? Last Monday?
Monday. I only had to drive to Chillán.
Ah.
Because I am going to sell sweet wine and sausage.
Sausages?
Now in September, yeah.
Oh, nice. So you are selling sausages and wine. Great.
Yeah.
Nice. Are the sausages from Chillán?
Yes.
Oh, they are the best.
Yes, because this is the principal reason because I drive to Chillán.
They have a very good reputation. They always say that sausages from Chillán are the best.
Exactly.
How are you, Martin?
Hi, Miss. I'm fine. Sorry for not attend the Monday, but it is because I confused in the horario.
Schedule?
I think, I think the class is on the block 7, 8, 9, and 10.
No, it's Mondays at 2 o'clock and Wednesdays at 10.
See, I push in my, the correct unit.
Now you have the correct schedule. And do you have many classes this semester, Martin? Do you have many subjects this semester? Like no, Elizabeth, no?
No, I have a little class.
Okay, you have a few classes.
A few classes.
That's good, that's good. Well, we are going to start working today. Last class, we watched a video on aviation and we began talking about unit number 7, yes? Last semester, we finished units 1 to 6, and this semester, we're going to finish with units number 7, 8, 9, until 12. Hopefully, yes, because you never know what's going to happen in this country this year. There are so many problems, you know, guys, you know that? The truck drivers, you know, unemployment, the pandemic. Oh my gosh. I think 2020 has been a really, really tough year. So I don't know what will happen. Probably we won't be able to finish the 6 units, but we will do our best, okay? Our best to finish this year. Okay, so last class we saw this introduction, yes? And I would like to know who remembers this introduction and what you can see here in this picture, yes? What did the TED speaker say? And what do you see in the picture, please? Talk to me.
a disabled person?
Yes, Hans? A
Yes, so
handicapped person.
a handicapped person.
Or
Yeah, so
disabled, yes.
The TED talk about handicapped or disabled person and how they should have the same opportunities as person who has all of their body parts.
Yeah, but you can see here his prophecies, yes. And you know what? Yesterday I was watching international cable television, and there's a German cable TV, DW, something like that. And you know, coincidentally, they were talking about this person. And he said that without technology, without the medical innovation, he would be crippled. You know, crippled? Disabled, totally. But crippled is a more informal word. Normally you say handicapped or disabled, but he used the word crippled, and he said, thanks to technology, he can do mountain climbing, he can also go running, and he does so many activities that are really, really unbelievable. So that's what we are talking, you know, about medical innovation, and we're going to start working with the handouts. And here we're going to listen to Dr. Michael Hanley. He has worked in the biotech sector for many years, and he talks about a very important disease that we have here in Chile so much. It's diabetes. Do you have any person, any relative, any family member, any friend that has diabetes? Who?
My stepdad, he has diabetes. Well, he is like in the beginning process, so he has to take a lot of pills, but his sugar measure in the blood is very regulated thanks to the pills.
Okay, so he's only taking pills. He's not insulin dependent.
No, he only takes pills.
He takes probably metformin, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, my mother had diabetes, high levels of diabetes, and she was insulin dependent, and we could never control her diabetes. It was really, really terrible.
Yes. It's a terrible disease. It's
Yes.
very complicated.
Because then, you know, it affects other organs of your body, and you have many difficulties. So we are going to watch this doctor who has worked in the biotech sector about diabetes. And the question is, what is a first-in-class drug? A drug that uses a completely new approach to treat a condition, or a drug that is superior to existing treatments? Please listen to this.
That's a big question. I think I'm going to focus on my research in diabetes and on two drugs in particular that I helped to develop, Simlin and Byetta. I'm particularly proud of the fact that they're both first-in-class drugs. That means they're original, and there have never been any drugs like them before.
Okay, let's listen to this one more time.
That's a big question. I think I'm going to focus on my research in diabetes and on two drugs in particular that I helped to develop, Simlin and Byetta. I'm particularly proud of the fact that they're both first-in-class drugs. That means they're original, and there have never been any drugs like them before.
Okay, so according to this, what is a first-class drug? A drug that uses a completely new approach, or a drug that is superior to existing treatments?
I would say B.
You would say B, and the rest of the students? Diego, for example, what do you think? Diego, you are muted. You are trying to talk, but I cannot hear you. What, Diego? I don't know.
He's not muted, but we can listen to him.
I can't.
Probably he doesn't have a microphone.
Ah, maybe.
Or it is broken.
Maybe it's broken. Okay, what do you think, Ignacio?
Hola. Okay, Miss, now?
Yes, Diego, now I can hear you.
Now it's earphones.
Ah, okay, that's why.
Yeah.
So what do you think? It's letter A or letter B?
I think that is letter A because he said that there's drugs that never exists before. They are similar to another drug, but it's not the same. So I think that is letter A.
I agree with you, Diego. I think it's a completely new approach. Yes, and there's something here that makes me decide for that answer. Listen again, please. It's short, it's very short. These videos are very short. Okay, so let's see.
That's a big question. I think I'm going to focus on my research in diabetes and on two drugs in particular that I helped to develop, Simlin and Byetta. I'm particularly proud of the fact that they're both first-in-class drugs. That means
Okay, it says first, they are both, the two drugs that he's saying are first class, yes, but attention.
they're original.
They're original.
And there have never been any drugs like them before.
And they have never been any drugs like them before. So I agree with Diego, it's letter A. It's a new approach to treat a condition, yes? Now, the two names of these drugs are Simlin and Byetta, something like that, yes? So it says true for, right, true for, T for true, F for false. So it says here that Simlin and Byetta treat different forms of diabetes. We are going to listen to this now, but attention, please. They are two drugs. One is Simlin and the other one is Byetta, something like that, okay? And what is the FDA? The FDA is the Food and Drug Association. Food and Drug Association in the United States. They control everything that is food and drugs, medicine, okay? So let's answer true or false here.
Both drugs are based on natural products. Simlin is based on a human hormone called amylin, and it is for people with type 1 diabetes. When type 1 diabetics take Simlin with insulin, their bodies control blood sugar much better than with insulin alone. Byetta, on the other hand, is for the far more common type of diabetes, type 2. It's based on a hormone found in the body of a large lizard called the Gila monster. Byetta helps control blood sugar in type 2 diabetics and can delay the need for insulin for many years. To start, we make sure there's no drug like it out in the market already. Then we see if the drug is safe in animals. After that, we check the drug's safety in humans. We see how well the drug works when real patients take it. Then if it works the way we expect, we send all the data to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, otherwise known as the FDA. Finally, after getting FDA approval, we start an advertising campaign for the new drug.
Okay, I know that some of you...
Both drugs are based on...
I know that some of you have the answer, but I have to listen again for the students that didn't get, okay, the answers.
natural products. Simlin is based on a human hormone called amylin, and it
Oh my God, I want to start from the very
is for
beginning,
people with type
but I don't
1
know how to do it.
diabetes. When type 1 diabetics take Simlin with insulin, their bodies control blood sugar much better than with insulin alone.
That's the first.
Byetta, on the other hand, is for the far more common type of diabetes, type 2.
Okay, the second one is for type 2 diabetes. You know that you have two types of diabetes, type 1 and type 2.
It's based on a hormone found in the body of a large lizard called the Gila monster. Byetta helps control blood sugar in type 2 diabetics and can delay the need for insulin for many years.
Okay, and the last question says here, the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, decides whether to approve or reject a new drug. True or false?
True.
True.
No, we are going to listen again. But
To start, we make sure there's no drug like it out in the market already. Then we see if the drug is safe in animals. After that, we check the drug safety in humans. We see how well the drug works when real patients take it. Then if it works the way we expect, we send all the data to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, otherwise known as the FDA. Finally, after getting FDA approval, we start an advertising campaign for the new drug.
Okay, so I think that's easier. Number 1, please. Can you read, Martin Cofre? Read number 1, please. Simlin.
Simlin and Byetta treat different form of diabetes.
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 And is this true or false?
I think that is false. It's the same effects in the. They say that control the sugar body, both, or no?
Okay, do you agree, Ignacio Porras, that they treat different forms of diabetes?
I disagree because you say that exist 2 forms the diabetes, the form 1 and 2, and if I remember good, Byetta had the diabetes. How I say it?
Type.
Diabetes 2, I think.
Yes.
Because, type 2.
Yes, I agree with you. This is true. This is true because it's for type 1 and type 2. They are different. Number 2, Sebastián Vargas.
Both Simlin and Byetta are based on human hormone. I think that was false because Byetta was made of something I couldn't hear really well. It didn't say like human. I don't know what it was. But Simlin is based on human hormone. And that was clear.
Hans, do you agree with Seba?
Yes, I think the same.
Yes, that's true. I mean, that's false because they are not, the 2 of them are not based on a human hormone. And finally, Felipe Gonzalez, the FDA.
The FDA decides whether to approve or reject a new drug. I think it's true.
Yes, it's true. They look for the approval. Very good. Felipe, do you take any medicine every day?
No, I don't like to take medicine.
Okay. Abel, do you take any medicines every day?
No, miss.
No, nothing. So you're healthy.
Yes.
And anybody in the class that takes a drug every day? I see Ethan is having a drug now. What is that, Ethan? Bach flowers?
Yes, that's Bach flowers.
For? For what? No, he doesn't have connection. Or he's muted.
Oh, now I'm back. Something happened. I don't know what. But yes, I'm taking Bach flowers.
For what? For stress? For what?
It's and my neighbor received me, and I don't remember why, but it's like more concentration on my daily life, not for the studies or the university. It's most like to be for me mostly, to be more, to take more attention on my stuff and to be more present in the life. It's kind of hard to explain that.
Okay, but it's for concentration. Yeah, very good. Yeah, some people take Bach flowers because they are natural and because they help you in different contents. I remember that when my mother died, I took some Bach flowers for the sadness because I was really sad and depressed, and it helped me. It helped me for a couple of months. But sometimes it's difficult for me, you know, to believe in natural drugs, and I prefer, you know, the chemicals. But they worked. Probably it was psychological too. Okay, so we are going to practice this conversation now. It's what is a speaker's B's innovation for treating diabetes? We're going to listen to this conversation here. You have the handouts too.
What made you decide to study medicine?
My sister, actually. She has diabetes, and I've seen how tough it is for her. I want to help people with diabetes live better lives.
I didn't know your sister has diabetes. Does she have to give herself insulin injections every day?
She used to. Now she uses an insulin pump. It's great because it's less painful, and it delivers insulin more accurately than injections. Unfortunately, it's also pretty expensive.
Are there any other treatment options?
Yes, there are. In fact, my research focuses on designing insulin patches, which should make dealing with diabetes cheaper and safer.
Wow, that's great. I think that will be really useful for diabetics. I hope your research is successful.
Okay, what is the difference between an injection and a vaccine? You know, I am asking you the difference between an injection and a vaccine.
The injection is for short period of time, and the vaccine is supposed to be a long-term period. Have something like, for example, the flu. You have a vaccine so that you don't have it for the rest of the year.
Yes,
but if you have insulin, it's a short-term injection.
Right, right. So for COVID, what do we need for COVID, for coronavirus?
A vaccine.
We need a vaccine, right? And if there was a vaccine, would you like to apply the vaccine? Do you trust the vaccine?
Yes, but I don't like injections or vaccine.
No, men don't like injections. Men don't like to go to the doctor, actually. Well, my kids, my husband, they hate any medicine. I take a lot of things. I take vitamins, you know, collagen. I take vitamin D, vitamin K, different, you know, medicines. And they say, and they look at me and they say that I am crazy. And I usually get, what's the name of this Neurobionta in the winter time. I get injections of Neurobionta, and they would never do that. But I am asking specifically about COVID vaccine. Would you like to get it? Would you like to apply that in your body? Because some people don't like it. Jason.
No, I don't like injections.
Mm-hmm. And are you going to put the COVID vaccine?
Maybe, because the efectos secundarios.
How do you say? Second effects.
I don't know the second effects.
Yeah, I am not so sure either. I don't know. Somebody was going to say something about the COVID vaccine. Nobody? No? Do you trust the COVID vaccine?
I particularly think that if the vaccine is trustable, I don't know how to say that, I will take it because I can see the effects that COVID had in person. My mom's friend, she had it, and now she's losing all her hair, and she has lung problems, and it's very complicated after this disease.
And how old is she?
Like 40.
Very young. She's 40 years old.
Yeah.
Really?
Tons of hair.
She's losing a lot of hair. Oh my gosh. And she also has lung problems.
Yes, she has problems breathing sometimes when she has to walk a long distance. She has problem breathing. She gets tired very fast.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know the effects were worse. The effects were worse after the disease. So yeah. I wrote in the chat for the students that do not know, I wrote lungs, pulmones, and breathing. That's breathing, respiración, okay? So Elizabeth is saying that her mother's friend is having problem with breathing, yes, with her lungs. Oh, I didn't know. I'm so sorry. And she's very young. She's only 40 years old. Okay, so tell me, in this conversation, why did she decide to become a doctor, Abel? In the conversation, why did she decide to become a doctor?
I'm sorry, miss, I forgot the text.
But it's, I am sharing the text.
No, yes, but I forgot the idea of the text when
okay.
I talked about the coronavirus.
Okay, Ethan, why does she, or why did her sister decide to become a doctor?
To help her sister to, and he wanted to become a doctor to help people with her disease because his sister had diabetes and she have a really bad time with that.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so give me the conversation, please. We have only one woman in the classroom, Elizabeth. You are the woman in the conversation, and Felipe Gonzalez, please, you are the man.
Okay.
What made you decide to study medicine?
My sister, actually. I have seen how tough it is for her. I want to help people with diabetes live better lives.
I didn't know your sister has diabetes. Does she have to give herself insulin injection every day?
She uses an insulin pump. It's great because it's painful and it delivers insulin more accurate than injections. Unfortunately, it's also pretty expensive.
Are there any other treatment options?
Yes, they are. In fact, in my research focuses on designing insulin patches, which should make dealing with diabetes cheaper and safer.
Wow, that's great. Great. I think that will be really useful for diabetics. I hope your research is successful.
Yes, diabetes, Felipe. Diabetics, diabetics, and diabetes.
Diabetes.
Diabetes. Yes, that's right. Okay, very good. So the future of medicine, and here we are going to study the timeline of future advances in medicines. Which technologies are you familiar with? Yes, so here we have nanoparticles, wearable devices, robots. Then we have here contact lenses. So we are going to watch this video now about, what is this one? Is seven, which one is this one? 7-4A? No. 7-5.
What made you decide to study?
Okay, 7-5 is here.
Future medical technologies. Enormous technological changes in medicine and healthcare are heading our way. By 2022, nanoparticles might be able to deliver medication directly to cancer cells to make cancer treatments less painful. By 2024, wearable devices could communicate information such as your heart rate and blood pressure directly to your doctor. By 2045, robots could replace nurses in hospitals. They will lift patients and help in surgery. By 2062, contact lenses that give people superhuman eyesight may allow users to zoom in on objects and see in the dark. And by 2122, thanks to advances in medicine, people could start living to age 150.
Okay, does anybody know about nanoparticles? What do you know? Because probably you know more than me about nanoparticles. What are nanoparticles? Does anybody know?
I know nothing. Just Iron Man. That
Iron Man?
he
Iron
uses
Man?
no planet.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Okay. Anybody else? Does anybody know about nanoparticles? I read yesterday that they are very, very little tiny, you know, I would say, like the picture, you know, particles, tiny, tiny particles that can deliver, you know, medication, but it's not already happening. I mean, it's in 2022, but it's only 2 more years. What about these wearable devices? Is this happening already? 2024, it says. Have you seen
It's
that?
already
Yes, I have used one.
in Apple Watch.
Apple Watch. And what can you do with them?
An electrocardiogram, your heart rate, you can know your heart rate, and you can send it to your doctor. It's already approved by the FDA.
Oh, wonderful. I didn't know about that. You know, a friend of mine that lives in the United States has one of these, and it counts the steps. It counts the steps you walk every day, and it also gives you your blood pressure, and also you put your finger there, and it tells you how the level of your sugar. Amazing, but these are expensive, right?
It's Apple.
Apple, right, very expensive. Okay, what about robots? It says robots could replace nurses in hospitals. They will lift patients and help in surgery. I know that there are, you know, some countries that are already working with robots, but they say here that is for 2045. Have you seen robots working in medicine?
Not really, just machines, but like a normal machine will do in any in any other type of job. Not really a robot that gives, for example, some instruments to the doctor to how do you say to operation? How do you say that?
Surgery.
Surgery.
For surgery or for operations? Yes, you
Oh.
can. Yes, I'm going to write that. That is vocabulary. You have surgery. I'm not writing. Now I am writing. It's a surgery, and you can also say operation. Surgery or operation. Okay, and then we have here, contact lenses that give people superhuman eyesight, may allow users to zoom in on objects and see in the dark. I think this is fantastic because now I cannot live without my glasses. You know, I see nothing. I see nothing, you know, when I am close. I see all the letters blurry, you know, everything is blurry. And in the mornings, I see nothing. I can see better, you know, from the back. But if I am close to something, I really need my glasses. And I have a lot of different glasses. I buy them, you know, for 1,000 pesos everywhere. Okay, do you wear glasses? I see that Elizabeth wears glasses. Hans wears glasses. Martin wears glasses. So would you like to have one of these contact lenses, guys?
Not really. I get nervous with those type of lenses because it's hard to hard to put them on and take them out.
Okay.
It's not for me. I mean, I would prefer to have a surgery in my eyes, but it's not necessary. I don't have that much problems with my eye. I mean, it's increasing the size of the lens that I use, but not that much to suffer every day for putting and getting out those type of lenses, and they are really expensive nowadays.
Yeah, because you have to put them on and you have to take them off every day.
They are also some of them are disposable, so are not very eco-friendly.
Oh, I didn't know they were disposable too. But you're young, you're very young, you know, to wear glasses, because I began wearing glasses when I was 45. Like 4 years ago only. But you're young.
The screens accelerate the damage on your view, on your eye view. All the screens.
Really?
Yes. The doctor that I went when I got the first my first pair of sunglasses and my first pair of glasses said that all the screens, that computer and cell phone and everything that you are really focused on, and that it has a light coming from it, it accelerates the damage on your eye,
on your sight, on your vision, or your vision, right? And Felipe Gonzalez, you also wear glasses.
I need to use glasses, but I don't like.
Okay. I thought that I saw you sometime with glasses. Probably I am wrong.
Yes, but I don't like them.
You don't like them,
No.
Okay. Do you think that people will live age 150 years old, Antonio? Thanks to advances in medicine, people could start living to age 150, Antonio. Do you think this could be possible?
Yes, my grandmother have 103 years.
She is 103, and does she live in Venezuela?
Yes.
Oh, and she's 103.
Yes, a lot of years.
I can't
And
believe you.
I think with technology, maybe people live more years.
Okay, and how is she, Antonio, in Venezuela?
Fine. My family helps her all the time.
From Chile?
No, from Venezuela, or my father too.
But does she have a good standard of life?
Yes. And all my family send food and medicine to her.
Okay, so they help her. And how many children does she have?
And like 7.
How many?
7.
7 sons and daughters.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
so she gets help from everybody. And where do your uncles and aunts live? Do they live in Venezuela or in Santiago? Where do they live apart from Chile?
All their children live in Venezuela.
Except your father.
No, it's my grandmother.
Ah, it's your great grandmother. Okay,
Yes.
okay. Oh, she's 103. I am impressed. Wow. Yeah, my mother died when she was 73. So I don't have, so many expectations about my future. So what we are going to do here is a very basic grammar that I'm sure you're going to understand immediately. When we make predictions in English, you use will, you use should be able, could live, will replace, are likely to. Yes? So we use the modals of probability, and we are going to make predictions in this unit, right? So I'm going to show you that at the end of your handouts, you have, the grammar here. Yes. So the models of probability are at the end of your handouts, and you have here, robots will work in hospitals in the future. So we use will plus the verb to describe a future event that is very certain. Certain is seguro, for the students that do not know. Thanks to new medical technologies, people won't get sick. Won't is the negative of will. So in this case, you're not sure, you're not 100% sure, but you are more certain than when you use should or when you use could or might or may, right? We use should or likely to describe a future event that is somewhat certain, not very certain. So will, very certain. Should and likely to is, somewhat, algo de seguro. I am helping the students that do not understand, this grammar. Space tourism is likely to become popular someday. Yes, it's likely is when you use something that is somewhat certain. Now, when do you use something that is less certain? Is with could and with may or might. Nanoparticles could deliver vaccines one day. In the future, scientists might grow organs in labs. I am scared about these nanoparticles because if they give me a vaccination, they could also put a chip on my skin. Or
Yes,
not?
I know something like nanoparticles.
Tell me, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
What do you know
Well,
about nanoparticles?
I don't know if you know the graphene, the material
No.
graphene. Well,
No.
well, it is a material that you can't find in the earth or in the
earth.
ground. I don't know. No. In the like copper or like
Copper, copper.
yes, you can find like this. Because graphene is it's manufactured with quantum computers. It's the first material like you build by computers, and the nanoparticles I don't know, it's an example. If you want create water in the computer, you find, well, I need 2 oxygen and one hydrogen, and well, the computer build the water, and this and nanoparticles build like this.
Wow, that's very technological. You know, but here in the example that I shared to you, it says that nanoparticles can give you vaccines in the future. I mean, nanoparticles can transmit the vaccine. So that's why it's something that I don't like, because they say that maybe they can put a chip on your, because it's under the skin, so they put a chip on you, and then they know everything about the person. They know the information about you, where you live, where you are, what you study, what you eat, what everything. Have you heard about that?
They know already all of that with all of the information that we have online. They already know everything, and the cell phone is working 24/7, tracking your information everywhere. So I don't think it will make any difference. And if that happens eventually, that I don't think that it will happen. It will be mostly the same to me, for example. It wouldn't change anything.
Yeah, that's true about the cell phone, you know, because when you look for something that you need, for example, if you want to buy something, you know, in a page like AliExpress or any other page, you know, they see what you like, and then they start sending, you know, similar objects for you to buy them, and they get your information through the things that you look for. Yeah, I know. My son puts, you know, something here in the camera to cover. I don't know why. He says, no, mom, they know my information. So he puts a piece of tape, and he covers the camera. What is that for?
This got famous because the creator of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, uploaded a photo when, like in 2015 or something like that. And he showed his computer, his camera computer, but not intentionally, unintentionally. And he has like this tape on his webcam when he wasn't using it, because he knew that someone from other computer in another country or everywhere can get into your computer and activate the webcam whenever he wants, right? And use your personal information.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It also went popular because of a Netflix series, Black Mirror. They show it in that series, and also people, like, they watched it and they started to put a tape on their cameras as well, because it showed the same thing that Mark Zuckerberg showed.
Black Mirror. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it yet. Well, but anyway, okay, so as a conclusion, when you are certain about something, you use will. When you are a little certain, you use should or likely to. And when you are less certain, you use may, might, or could. Like nanoparticles could deliver vaccines one day, and in the future, scientists might grow organs in labs. Yes? So what I want you to tell me is some predictions, right? People will communicate. Robots should be able, could live. You know, should be able. Why you use should be able? Because can, you know, can is not used in the future. Can is only used in present and in past. Yes? I can, you know, the use of can, right? I can speak English. When I was young, I could skate so well. But in the future, you cannot use Jason. You cannot use can. In the future, you have to use be able to. Yes? You understand, everybody? So in the future, you say, I will be able to speak English. Yes? I will be able, or I should. I'm sorry, but I don't, okay. I should, you say, I should be able to. So whenever you want to show an ability, you have to use be able to in the future, okay? So I want you to give me predictions, everybody, please, not only about medicine, but I want you to give me predictions about anything you want, anything that you are interested in, with will, with should, with could, or are likely. Likely is used with is or are or am, of course, with to be. Can you please write a couple of predictions using will, should, could, will, are likely? I doubt, you know, do you know this verb? I doubt that people. Hmm? Okay, thank you. I am seeing the chat now. Because when I share the screen, I cannot see the chat, so I have to close, you know, sharing. Okay. Hans wrote, coronavirus could be over with a vaccine. Airplanes will fly without pilots. Yes, I think so. Okay, so if you want to say, if you want to use be able to, we could say coronavirus. Coronavirus should be able to disappear with a vaccine. Hans, to use, you know, the new expression, you know, coronavirus should be able to disappear with a vaccine. In airplanes, you can say, Abel, you can say airplanes are likely to fly without pilots. Okay, Abel, to use the new expressions, are likely. Diego, in 2050, humans should be able to visit the space for tourism. Beautiful sentence, and I would love to do that. Should be able to visit the space for tourism. What about the future of online classes? What about the future, Jason, of online classes in the universities? Make a prediction, please.
And the classes be able online in the future.
Pero algo te falta antes del be able. Tienes que usar un modal.
Will.
Will, may, might, what? One more time.
And the classes will be able online in the future.
Online classes will be able to perform. Classes will be able to perform online in the future. I think it would be nice to have a combination, guys. You know, some days in person, some days face-to-face, and some days online. Would you like to have that, Ethan? Or you prefer in-person lessons? I can't hear you.
I prefer totally in person because I hate the online classes. I hate it a lot.
So you hate me?
No. I have the modality, not you.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
I totally prefer the presential mode. It's
in person or face-to-face.
really comfortable. Yes, I prefer it in 100%.
Yes. I think it's I think online classes should be used for emergencies. Okay, let's do this exercise, guys. I want you to complete, yes, complete the sentences from the explanation. 7.6.
Nanoparticles are very small particles that exist in the natural world and are also man-made. They're so small that you can't even see them with a microscope. Nanoparticles have important uses in medicine, such as in cancer treatment. They can be designed to go to specific types of cells in the body and kill cancer cells. Researchers are also hopeful that nanoparticles will one day be used to treat diabetes by delivering insulin to targeted cells. In addition, nanoparticles should be able to deliver vaccines in the future. Nanoparticle-based vaccination is expected to be much cheaper than vaccinations used today. It could therefore make a big difference to public health, particularly in the developing world.
Okay, one more time. Where is it? So, no, it's 7. It's this one.
Nanoparticles are very small particles that exist in the natural world and are also man-made. They're so small that you can't even see them with a microscope. Nanoparticles have important uses in medicine, such as in cancer treatment. They can be designed to go to specific types of cells in the body and kill cancer cells. Researchers are also hopeful that nanoparticles will one day be used to treat diabetes by delivering insulin to targeted cells. In addition, nanoparticles should be able to deliver vaccines in the future. Nanoparticle-based vaccination is expected to be much cheaper than vaccinations used today. It could therefore make a big difference to public health, particularly in the developing world.
Okay, so we have here, please, the first one. Can you tell me the first one? I also took notes. Can you tell me the first exercise? Do you have there your handouts to give me the... Okay, so tell me the first one. Anybody, please?
Miss, you send the handout in the mail?
Aula.
Aula?
Okay, who can tell me the first sentence? Researchers, let me see. Researchers are also hopeful that nanoparticles, what? Nanoparticles?
Would.
Will one day
be used to
be
treat diabetes.
Please, could you share the screen, please?
Yes, I don't want to share the screen all the time because you are supposed to have your handouts there and I want to see you guys. But yeah, that's number one. And number two,
In addition, in addition, nanoparticles should be able to deliver vaccine in the future.
yes, should be able to. I wrote that in the chat. Okay, thank you, Martin. Now, Seba, you can participate with number 3.
It can therefore make a big difference to public health, particularly in the developing world.
Very good. It can therefore make. It can therefore es por lo tanto. ¿Ah? It can therefore make a big difference. Right. Okay. So let's do this exercise. Technology allows us to treat a great number of illnesses these days. Illnesses are diseases. Yeah, I think advances in technology will or might definitely enable us to live longer in the future. What do you use here if you have the word definitely?
Will.
Will, very good, will, because it's more certain. How can you be so sure? Well, my dad's a doctor and he says nanoparticles could or should be able to cure serious diseases.
Should.
Should. Yes, ¿por qué? Porque es redundante usar el could, que ya es can el could en pasado o en condicional con el be able to. Entonces, should be able to. Also, in the future, scientists
Likely to.
doubt that they will grow organs in labs or are likely to grow organs in labs. In fact, some doctors have already done this. Okay, it's telling you that some doctors have done it. So, sería redundante decir que dudan porque are likely, yes? Because some doctors have already done this. Very good, Seva, are likely to. Do you think people will or should visit the doctor less often?
Will.
Will. Yes, we are talking about predictions. Will. I'm not sure. It's possible. It's also possible that in a few years, nurses might or should be replaced by robots.
Might.
Might is the future, and it's also possible, but it's not sure. Might. But I doubt it. I think nurses always be around. What do you think here? I think nurses, it's my opinion. So, will, yes, because it's something more certain. It's your opinion. I think nurses will always be around. Okay, I need 2 volunteers to tell me this conversation, please. A and B. Volunteers? Who wants to read? Who wants to speak English? Come on. I am not a witch. I'm not going to hit you if you make a mistake.
I can't see well.
But what is your problem, Diego? If I can see, you should see the screen. Because I can't see, I don't understand how you cannot see the screen.
Can you zoom in, like?
Zoom it, okay. You want me to zoom it. You need glasses.
No,
I can do it as well.
You really, now I can see.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I need 2 volunteers, please.
Me.
Thank you, and?
Me.
Okay, go ahead.
Bill.
Okay, start. Technology allowed us to treat a greater number of illnesses these days.
Yeah, I think advances in technology will definitely enable us to live longer in the future.
How can you be so sure?
Well, my dad's a doctor and he says nanoparticles should be able to cure serious disease. Also, in the future, scientists are likely to grow organs in labs. In fact, some doctors have already done this.
Do you think people will visit the doctor less often?
I am not sure. It's possible. It is also possible that in a few years, nurses might be replaced by robots, but I doubt it. I think nurses will always be around.
Good, very good. Okay, so we are going to finish here today. Today is September. Okay, we are going to finish here today, and then we will continue with the listening and the reading, okay? So, you have homework for next class? No, No homework yet, guys. No homework yet. The first homework is for September the 9th. Yes, so no homework yet. So, any questions, any comments? No? The use of could, will, should, it's something that you have seen before, but now it's more, you know, specific and more, I would say that we are doing this in a deeper way. You can say better sentences with more vocabulary, okay, about technology and predictions. Okay, so no homework yet, huh? Seba and Hans, I am talking to Ana Maria about the assistantships, and because I have one class less, but I have more students in 323, so I am I need Anna, yes or yes, because Anna is going to be your assistant. But I am talking with Ana Maria because I need you. I need Seba and Hans for the 321 and Seba for the other courses, but they haven't given me an answer. But I am considering you guys, okay? So take it easy, okay? I'll let you know. Felipe, did you call the attendance today?
Yes, miss. Yes.
Thank you, Felipe. It's not necessary that you send it to me. I am going to ask an email asking when they require the attendance, okay? Okay, thank you so much, guys, and see you next Monday. Yes?
Goodbye.
Bye, Miss.
Goodbye, Martin. Goodbye, Ignacio.
Bye, Miss. See
Bye,
you.
bye, Elizabeth, Antonio.